Welcome to the High Adventure Scouting Podcast. This is the source for all things high adventure for scouts, scouters, and anyone else interested in promoting high adventure trips for our youth. You can find all kinds of great high adventure options for your scouts at highadventurescouting.com. High Adventure Rob here from highadventurescouting.com. Over the years, I've heard all kinds of things that adult leaders will bring with them to Philmont that really aren't needed. It's really hard to leave those things at home, and even more difficult to not pack to your fears. So here are my 5 top things that adult leaders should leave at home when going to Philmont. Too many clothes. My nephew completed a through hike on the Appalachian Trail, which is roughly 2,200 miles. And he had 1 pair of pants and 2 shirts. I took 3 shirts for my last Philmont trek, and I'd probably chuck one of those shirts next time. Now you're going to stink just like the rest of your crew, so don't overpack on clothes. Separate stove for coffee. Now I've heard adults talk about this for years. I didn't take an extra stove during my last trek, but I did make a pretty good cold coffee recipe. Now that mix cost me about 1.5 pounds. Of course, it weighed less as the trip went along. But next time I'm going to take instant coffee pack. I honestly didn't miss my morning coffee after a few days, and not many humans drink as much coffee as I do. So taking the extra weight at this point seems like a waste in my book. That's coming from someone who has done it before. If you have to, take a very small stove that weighs almost nothing, like the BRS 3000, a separate tent for the adults. I'll get a lot of pushback on this one, but I believe that the adults should live by example and share a tent at Philmont. But Rob, I want my space. You have plenty of space in the great outdoors. Philmont's a big place. I've backpacked all over the country, and I've shared a tent with adult leaders almost every time. It saves space, and it's better than carrying your own tent. It also sets a good example. Cell phones. Now, there might be some service up in the mountains, but not much. Unless you're planning to take pictures, don't torture yourself on the trip. If you can't do without the phone for 11 to 12 days, you might want to think twice about taking a trip like this. Take the time to get away from your phone. If you have a scout on the trip, connect with them. If not, connect with the scouts and teach them. Too much camera equipment. Like the pocket knife, not everyone needs a camera. I know that sounds crazy, but hear me out. The recommendation might be to designate a person to take pictures or have 1 or 2 devices that can be borrowed by anyone in the crew. On my last trip, I had a GoPro, a regular camera, and also an iPhone buried deep in my pack. I didn't use the GoPro as much as I thought. I never turned the phone on, and I ended up using the regular camera for our shots. I will scale it way back on the next trip. Maybe an older iPhone might do the trick. I also have an honorable mention, chair or no chair. Now my friend Jeff Kress from GearReport.com would be team no chair. He likes to use something like this. Well, I like an actual chair. Yeah, I carried this 2-pound chair on my last trek, and it was totally worth it to me. Now, as I get older, I don't do well sitting on the ground or on a log or one of these. This one's marginal on my list, so it could go either way. I like chairs, you may not. So what are your top things that adults should leave at home when going to Philmont? Feel free to disagree with my list and add your comments down below. Happy high adventure.